Hey, I'm Morgan from FinePoints.biz, and I want to help you get organized, and today I'm doing that by helping you minimize. So here are 12 ways you can think like a minimalist in your bookkeeping business. Number 1, minimize your chart of accounts. So don't have a million accounts. For example, utilities. You don't have to have separate accounts for phone, water, electricity, etc. Just put those all under utilities, because that's going to make your profit and loss statement a lot more streamlined and a lot more minimalistic. And of course, if you need to look up how much you spend on electricity, you could always pull a report by vendor, and that'll give you all of the electricity in a report together. And number 2 is focus on just one thing in your list of services as a bookkeeper. So maybe you specialize in cleanup. So anytime someone gets really behind and their books are really messy, that is your thing. You go in there and you organize it and you clean it up. Maybe your specialty is getting people started with QuickBooks Online. So you are great at, knowing how to get them set up, helping them choose the best QuickBooks product, and that type of thing. That's gonna make you more marketable, as well as just make your life a lot easier because you're gonna learn one thing. Similar to that, number 3 is find a niche. Anytime you can specialize, it saves you time because you're an expert in that field, and as well, you're able to market to that group of people and provide them a lot of value. Leave me a comment down below if you've chosen your bookkeeping niche. All right, number 4 is use that technology and cloud-based services to your advantage. 10, 20 years ago, people would have giant filing cabinets full of receipts. And I do not take any of my clients' receipts unless there's a really special situation. That helps my office stay more minimal, and I'm just not dealing with paperwork all the time. So that's one example of how you can use technology. You can use Google Docs to share information. You can use in QuickBooks Online, there's a function where you can save receipts in there. So things like that are making it more and more easy to become a minimalist in your business. All right, number 5 is automation. So anything you can do to automate things or schedule things. For example, when you're onboarding a client, maybe you have the same process that you always go through, or scheduling phone calls. You can take advantage of online systems that help people block time in your calendar for a phone call. Things like that, you can use technology so you don't have to spend your time and energy with emails and going back and forth and that type of thing. That'll just make your life so much more simple and easy. Number 6 is minimalism in your office space. So it's been proven that people work better in a clear and clutter-free space. So anything you can do to just put away clutter and start each day with a clean desk. I have definitely hopped on the minimalism bandwagon. I read Marie Kondo's books 6 years ago, and I KonMari-ed my house, and I watched tons of minimalist YouTubers, and it's just something that really resonates with me. I actually considered starting a minimalism YouTube channel, but we went with bookkeeping instead. Number 7 is use a multi-purpose tool. So use one program that can do many things. And I found this a lot when I started minimizing my kitchen. I don't have a giant drawer of utensils anymore. I just have the utensils I need, and some of them I'm able to use for multi-purposes. So I have this rice scooper, and previously I would just use it every time I made rice. But now I love it because it's the perfect size and shape, and I can use it to cook eggs, to make stir fries, anything I do that has the same function. I can use this one multi-purpose tool. So an example for that in bookkeeping would maybe be QuickBooks Online again, because it can store receipts, you can do invoicing, you can do payroll. Instead of piecemealing a bunch of different programs together, like invoicing in one program, taking credit card payments from another program, if you can just use one tool or one program and learn it really well, that will really help your business be more minimalist. And number 8 has to do with workflow. So anything you can do to streamline your to-do list or how you manage your tasks. So I know for a while there was a movement with a 3-item to-do list going around. So, instead of having a giant to-do list with a million things, just pick 3 or even pick one thing to do each day, the very most important thing that you have to do, and then you know that you will get that checked off your to-do list. And that just really helps simplify your day and focus on what you really need to focus on. And this can also be applied to goal setting as well as business plans. So sometimes the business plan is 10 pages long, you write it once and then you don't really go back to look at it. If you just have a simple business plan that has your, maybe 3 to 5 focuses, then that is really gonna help you have a minimal, simple, focused business. Same thing with goals. I'll link the video down below where I talk about how I create my digital vision board. So I just pull out my top goals and I get visual representations to help remind me of my goals and keep them top of mind. Number 9 is with your wardrobe. So you probably have heard of a capsule wardrobe, which just means you have fewer pieces that all match together. So you have solid color pants that all match with the same color scheme of shirts, for example. And this helps so much get ready really quickly. Maybe you're going to meet with a client and you don't want to spend all day like choosing what you're going to wear. A capsule wardrobe really helps with that. As well as working from home. You want to make sure you're comfortable, but I do not recommend working in your pajamas. So have some kind of uniform or capsule wardrobe and helps you be productive, but also comfortable. Leave me a comment down below about what you think about capsule wardrobes. Have you never heard of them, or have you thought about doing one? I haven't officially made a capsule wardrobe, but I feel like I do kind of subscribe to the philosophy of the capsule wardrobe. Fewer pieces that all match together. Look it up on YouTube if you have never heard of it, because there are tons of videos about people's capsule wardrobes. Number 10 is to minimize debt. I feel like kind of not being in debt is starting to go along with minimalism as well, but bookkeeping, I've mentioned before, I'll link some other videos where I talk about how to start a bookkeeping business, but there's such low startup costs. You don't have to take out a loan and go into massive debt as you're starting your business. You can pretty much start with a computer and a little bit of software. So that is a great minimalist benefit of bookkeeping as well. And number 11, with the model of a virtual bookkeeper, you don't have a brick and mortar store or any inventory to worry about. So say you had a clothing shop, you would have shirts and jackets and belts and price tags and the little things that attach the price tags and receipts and all these different things that you would have to manage, all these pieces of inventory. But having your business be virtual, you do not have to deal with all those little things. And I love that about bookkeeping, and it really appeals to my minimalist lifestyle. Number 12 is just the mindset of a minimalist you can really have as a bookkeeper. So I would say that kind of the cornerstones of minimalism is having freedom to do what you want, as well as simplicity. So with this job, you can definitely work from wherever you want. You could work on vacation, you can work from another country, you can work from your bedroom, from a coffee shop, wherever you want, and you really do have the freedom to choose your hours and to choose your lifestyle. So I do think that's kind of what is so appealing to many people about minimalism, is it's not like so focused on like money, for example, or getting ahead. It's just whatever you want to do. I mean, if those are things that are important to you, then do it. You know, minimalism is kind of like whatever you want to do, you have the freedom to do it. So I really do think that bookkeeping goes along with that as well. My name is Morgan from FinePoints Biz. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. I do videos about bookkeeping each week.